Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we are at Mr. Timothy VanRipper's house, so he is the hostess with the mostest today. So, Tim, thanks for having us out.
Hey.
How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for being here.
Great. Good. I'm doing awesome. This is a first for Bourbon Barrel Talk. We're going to have background music today, and we're not 100% sure why, but I guess Tim lives too close to the local 80s station. So if you do hear some background noise, that's exactly what it is. It's not an actual radio at his house, but we've somehow picked up a odd frequency. So today with us, we're having a high rye tasting night, and we have a group of gentlemen with us. We got Mr. David Riley in the house. David, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
You know, you have to get a little closer, but thanks. Next, we got Chase Hazelbaker, right, Chase? Is that right?
That's right.
All right, Chase is in the house.
Yep.
Mr. Greg Markham in the house.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good deal. Greg. Timothy Van, we've already got him here.
Hey.
Ryan Houchins.
You got it.
And Jay Tatter.
Hello.
Jay Teezzy.
Teezzy.
So just wanted to introduce the audience to everybody, and that way you know exactly what's going on. With this many voices and only 4 mics, it's going to be a little difficult at times, but I think we're going to have a great time. First of all, Tim, thanks for opening up your home to hospitality and your awesome bourbon, and I appreciate everybody else bringing some food, so that way we could kind of wash this down and really enjoy it. So now that we've had all the shockers and everything else, I'm going to dive into a few questions for you guys, because
Cool, let's do it. Let's get weird.
because for me, it's this is all about camaraderie and things like that. But I more or less just want to hear some good stories, because a lot of you guys have been in this group a lot longer than I have, and I want to get feedback and find out some good-hearted, fun stuff, or some odd things that have happened. So, how many people here has done a camp out, like all night,
Bro. That was like my initiation. That was like my initiation.
So we got 3 or 4
into Louisville.
It looks like has done the camp out thing.
Yeah. That was like newcomer. You're not official Louisville until you. If you're not from Louisville, you're not official Louisville until you go on the camp out.
I did a couple hours in the cold, but I still missed out on the Weller Foolproof.
Yeah,
Just a couple hours?
Yeah.
Man.
that's why you
Jay's
missed
like,
out.
I did 2 days for my Wellers.
No, not for Wellers. I will never camp out for 2 days. Anybody
So-
wants some number
Kill it.
6?
Kill it.
I'll kill it.
There's a whole half bottle over there. We're good.
So what's the
the
craziest thing anybody has seen at a camp out?
Bro. Right now, Jay's laughing because
Homeless.
Jay, oh my God. I feel like Jay probably has more stories, but I think between Jay and I, we probably have some pretty messed up stories.
We need a whole other podcast for that, sweetie.
No. I need the dirt, man, because
You go first, Tim.
I've done the 5-hour thing, where I kind of hung out and stuff like. But I've not
cakewalk.
camped overnight. So I'm gonna let Tim lead off
Did
on
you
this
even
one.
bring a grill?
I think
No, I didn't bring a grill. I don't understand the tailgating mentality.
You haven't lived.
I think the worst one so far is, I'm pretty sure it was 4 Roses, and a dude just left a pile of trash, and he became a meme for what not to do when you're on a barrel pick, or not on a barrel pick, or on a camp out, and he became like the standard of, hey, don't be this guy.
Which one was that?
I think it was the last year's limited.
So 2019 or 2018?
It would be
The 130th?
2018.
2018. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it would be that one. Yeah, he don't be that
Did
guy.
you go? Which one did you go to?
The one at the
Did you go to Costas Creek or the one in Lawrenceburg?
the one at Cox's.
That was the last one. They let people on the property.
Yeah,
before
those.
a
You're
certain
talking about the guys at the
time.
front of the line.
I don't remember where it
Man,
was.
those
Just
guys were crazy.
trash.
So the first
That was an eventful night for me.
the first foolproof
This is why it doesn't happen anymore.
the first foolproof Pearl event this year. I got there at like, I don't know,
Bro.
maybe like, probably 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe 9:45.
Yeah.
And I'm roughly 22 in line or something like that. Now I will say I came straight from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, nice.
So I had a large
Did you have the
sweet tea.
biscuits?
Yes, I had some biscuits and the whole 9 yard chicken biscuit and everything else. And I got there and
chicken.
I didn't bring a chair because I was completely unprepared and And when my buddy Steve said, "Dude, you better get up here before like it gets too crazy because you've probably got no shot of getting a bottle." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I just roll straight over there. I didn't have a chair or anything like that. So literally, I used my trash as my spot.
Oh my God! Here we go with the trash again.
So
It's happening.
I think it's funny that you said that because I literally used a bag of Chick-fil-A with my name written on it
What you
as
order?
holding my spot in
Chick-fil-A.
line.
Dude, the freaking Pearl thing really gets under my skin because my introduction into bourbon groups, more specifically Bourbon Hounds, was because of Pearl Germantown.
Yeah.
Craig Anthony posted on Bourboner that he was going to be at the coffee shop that is directly across the street. The Bean, directly across the street from the Pearl, hanging out. I think he got there at like noon the day of, and we hung out for like 3 or 4 hours.
Was that
drank
2
coffee.
or 3 years ago?
That's like I think it's coming up on 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Is that the
Yeah,
one when
I
the dude
remember.
had the gun?
No.
No.
That was 2
No.
years ago.
But so in whole retrospective, this is why it bothers me. Coming from being able to show up at the Bean let's say like 4 or 5 hours tops before
No,
day
not
of.
even. It was 2.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'm
even
just saying.
so,
Yeah, I didn't
because
mean to
you were
interrupt
like
you.
you were right
I was
behind
right
me.
there with
yeah,
you.
you were right
Yeah.
in front of me or right
Yeah.
behind me.
Yeah.
And now we're to the point where people are camping out the day
24
before.
hours.
This is stupid. Like,
Right.
guys, stop. Let's
Yeah.
just.
Hashtag Sherry.
Whoa! Damn, we just name dropped. Oh crap. Okay.
fired.
Shots fired, baby.
You'll team 6.
Wow.
Mule team 6.
Not all of us
You
have
know,
girlfriends that come with us.
Sherry doesn't bother me
Hey-o!
as bad as
She has a ring.
the number of people she brings with her.
You know what? Let's not go down this rabbit hole. Let's stop. Let's shift. Let's shift. Let's go a different direction. I don't even want to mess with this.
bad.
Are you claiming that she's bringing homeless people?
I don't.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
even-
think that's at all.
No, we're not going down this road.
But Tim, it's Tim's house.
We're
We're
not
going to
going
follow
down
his
this road.
rules.
I'm not going to go
But
down
no,
this
like
road.
Tim said, you used to be able to show up to the Bean.
There was a
We
lot
had-
of
we had
friendship going on.
We had a list. It
Yeah,
was very
dude.
cordial, very organized.
Absolutely.
You got to hang out with, Owen would come out at
Yeah.
the time, and Craig, he's awesome. That's why I was one of the first times I met you.
Yeah.
And, we would go there, hang out, chill.
You had the All Stars. You had
And then-
Craig, Owen, JJ,
Yeah.
Greg, handsome Greg.
Yeah. And then a guy who moved away, Jeff Cross, he
Yeah,
was there.
he was
I
there.
missed that guy.
Dude.
Very easy.
Yeah.
No entitlement.
Nope.
You went there to hang out,
Yep.
have a good time.
Exactly.
If you got a bottle, cool. If you didn't, whatever. They still had 13 different barrels to choose from.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's the other thing.
Was that when they had the JTS Brown?
No, that was
Okay.
just before.
Because I missed that.
I
and I'm
missed
still
that too.
kicking myself for that.
I'm still
Anyway,
kicking
sorry.
myself as well.
But
That's another thing.
nowadays, it's insane.
It's
Like,
it's
the recent one. I actually volunteered to help do it.
Oh wow, okay. How
And
did that go?
So smooth as silk. They
Really?
said it was the easiest release they've ever had, and it's because we handed out tickets.
That's
Now,
what they did last time as well.
Exactly, but this time, they handed out tickets later
Okay.
than the last one. But people lined up. I think they started lining up at 5 a.m. this time. So me, Bikey, and a very nice young lady, Mrs. Hanson, helped hand out tickets. And it went smooth as silk.
Cool.
I actually went through the line.
Wow,
and
that's
checked
awesome.
each ticket, make sure everybody was
Dude,
where they're
way to
supposed
go.
to be.
Way to go.
And then when they got up to the door, checked again. Because the last time, a very good man by the name of John Justice, he missed out on a bottle. They did make it right, which was awesome.
Sure.
Because one of the
Yeah.
we don't care to talk about.
We just won't talk about it. Yeah.
Went back in to use the quote restroom and snuck in and bought another bottle. So that's where the
some
entitlement
people's
comes
kids.
in, and
Some
that's
people's
what
kids.
bothers me the most.
Agreed.
I went to the first where you got there. I think you were 10, 15 people ahead of me. I didn't get a foolproof. Okay, whatever. I still got a Blanton's. I still got an Eagle Rare 7.
That Blanton's number 2.
Blanton's, I got a number 1.
That number 2.
I got the Eagle Rare 7, which is awesome.
Got that over
And
there.
I think I got no, I passed on the Russells, but I got one this past time.
Yep.
So
The Russells
yeah, I
That's
mean,
that's the
good.
biggest thing. I'll say this. I'm going to say this publicly. If you're going to the Pearl trying to find yourself a Weller bottle, just skip it.
yeah,
Larry Rice's picks
yeah, all of them.
are freaking outstanding.
They
You
are.
want to know?
And
What, sorry,
and to my no,
you go.
okay, and to my knowledge, you can go to the Pearl of Germantown anytime during business hours and buy whatever they have available. So do yourself a favor, stop chasing these big boys that aren't really big boys,
Right.
and try some more pearls.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, silver dollars.
Yeah.
Picks.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. All the silver dollar picks that I've had have been phenomenal. Like, I was lucky enough. I got the last 1 liter bottle of OWA the first day, and oh my goodness, that bottle's phenomenal.
Which one was it? Which one was it?
I'm not sure. I just
Hunter's
don't-
Bar one or
I didn't know if it was
number
the Hunters.
6?
We drank
or-
it.
I'll have to go back and look at it.
Number
Like,
6?
I have no idea which one it was. I didn't pay that close attention. Everybody told me that silver dollar is a thing. Like, for me, I didn't know about it. Like, this is the
Nope.
first one I've been to.
Yeah,
You
and those
know-
are the last of their leaders. That was it.
So,
Other than
it
what they
is-
keep at the bar.
It's
Yeah.
super tasty. That's all I know. And so I was thoroughly impressed with what Silver Dollar done out there.
Well,
So-
no, what I was going to say is that there's one of their sleeper picks that everybody in the bourbon world wants bourbon, whiskey. That Butchertown pick. Yeah.
Dude.
The brandy. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's damn good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
good.
another thing. Copper and Kings.
Yeah, Copper
Dude,
and
they're
Kings.
doing
that
their-
Butchertown pick they did.
Their
with
Phoenix
them.
barrel
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Dude.
The Phoenix series is phenomenal. Yep.
Going back to the JTS Brown pick you guys were talking about from the Silver Dollar. That's one I have to say. Props to Craig for
Yeah.
telling me to get that when I was there that night, because it's not something I would have looked on the menu and
No.
ever seen.
Not
But
at
I
all.
was absolutely fucking dumbfounded by how good it was. Like,
I hate
what?
you
Like,
so much right now.
It is good. It's damn good.
So JTS was something I got introduced to probably about a year and a half ago. Like, I'd never tried it before then, and I was like, wow, for what the price? This is a damn solid pour.
$11.99.
You know, I mean, and people are just like literally missing out if they're not drinking this
Tim's
bottle.
bringing one over right now.
Yep.
It's
Tim's
not
like-
it's not a silver dollar, but I mean it's still a JTS
Yeah,
Brown.
exactly.
I'm still gonna drink it.
So
I'm gonna
Take
say
that.
that Craig definitely introduced me to JTS. Met him in a parking lot deal in Liquor Barn. Picked up 2 balls of Owl, 2 balls of 10-year Rebel Yell. We
Nice.
decided to go inside, hang
good
out.
day.
Yeah. Look
a
around
great
in
day.
there. He picks up barrel proof Jack Daniels that was something like, I don't know, 172 proof because he's crazy.
130 plus.
Yeah. And then tells me, like, hey, this JTS Brown for like $11. You need to pick this up. And that has changed my life ever since. So thank
Yes.
you, Craig.
Agreed.
the JTS Brown is a solid pour. So Jay's had this question before, so you can skip out on this one.
Okay. Fine. I didn't want to talk anyway.
Favorite pour of all time.
See, I had to skip it first, and then I came back because Brian said the same. I was like, yep, that'll do it.
So
I'm gonna go. I can just tell you right away. Like, so I was 21 maybe, and I was at my friend Tony's house, and his uncle had bottles on bottles, and there was a 175 of a 1959 Old Crow.
Yeah.
That we opened, and we're like, we don't want to open this. It's still sealed. It's got the paper. Oh yeah, fuck that. We're gonna open this bottle.
There you go.
Yeah, we did, and we put a dent in it, and it's still to this day, is the thing that I probably reminisce on the most. I wish that I could go from now and teleport and drink it again, and with all the things that I've learned now, and enjoy it even more. Hands down, I will be super pretentious and say, 1959 Old Crow.
No, I hear you, man. I was telling them last time. Sorry, I know.
no, you're good.
But he
Tell it
wasn't
anyways.
there.
Tell it anyways. Let's go.
just talk, Jay.
06 Handy is my favorite, but close second is a Maryland rye from the 50s. So, yeah, it was damn good.
Sorry, I don't want to hug. Go,
All right.
go around. Everyone else, let's
Greg,
go.
Greg, eat the
Greg,
mic, man. I want to hear what's your
your
favorite
mouth
of all
in
time.
there.
Yeah. I'm going to have to contradict Jay and say that I like the Handy from 2017 better. But
That's fine.
That's a
You like what you like.
that's
you
just
get
an
shit.
innuendo joke more
Yeah.
than anything. That might have fell flat.
I liked my first handsy for 2017.
Way back in 06.
You know, it's
Back in 06.
back in my day, they used to be called old fashioned. Man, like seriously, I'd say that mine might change based on the day, just because like my memory kind of colors however like I think of a pour. And like, I don't know if it's because I'm just hanging out with Tim at the moment, but one of the best things that I ever drank was the very first time I had 8 and Sand. And it's not even all that fancy, but whatever bottle you had that had been sitting on your shelf and opened just long enough and perfect enough that it tastes just like a piece of juicy fruit. And I've bought at least 1 or 2 bottles since, and it hasn't been the same, but it's still one of my favorite memories and favorite tastes.
Gotcha.
That was a fun bottle.
It was a
It was
bottle.
it was a
Yeah.
super fun bottle. Yeah, agreed.
All right, Chase. Where you at, brother?
It's got to be like, so I've only been into bourbon for like a year, but 2018 William LaRue, the nose on that, I'd rather smell it than drink it. It's just phenomenal. And then for the age, the Willet, I think it is, it's barrel 3264.
I love it when you guys are like barrel 3626.
So it's a weeder. It's
hold on.
Drew's
What was-
distillate,
What was
and
that? What was that barrel number?
3264. It's from Lock and Key up in Massachusetts. It's
A Willet.
it's Willet and Drew.
It's called
really
Willet,
well,
and it's
yeah.
called Willet.
It's great.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Did
great.
you pull up the app too?
Check the value on that one with your WFE pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
unknown, bro.
It-
Unknown.
Well,
That
I
means
know
that
about
means
it.
it's worthless, like you.
Worthless or
It's
priceless.
okay. It's like I'm.
It could
I'm a
go
big
either way.
trader, you know, and I like my 6-year-old weeder from Willet. That was
You like the 5-year-olds too.
Even that for
Wow,
I
wow.
like 5-year-olds.
Chase is taking
even
a
that
beat.
bottle of Willet
Chase
has
is taking
seen
a beat
1989
tonight.
I was
Batman,
born
you
sorry and
jackass.
born to take a beating.
Talking about taking a wrong turn.
Man. All right.
This isn't the way to Albuquerque.
He definitely doesn't know what that is.
No,
Good
no
Lord.
way.
All
No
right.
way.
All right. All right, Mr. Riley. What about you, man? Best pour all time.
Oh, for me, it was no doubt 2014 George T. Stagg.
Oh,
I just had somebody send me a sample randomly, and as soon as I tasted it, it was like magical for me. I mean, really high proof. Thinking 136.8. I could be wrong, but it was somewhere in there, and it was just so complex. And for that proof, I mean, it wasn't like blow you away alcohol. It was just, I don't know, perfect for me.
That's good. Yeah, the farther you go back in Stag,
Yeah,
usually the better it gets.
it's Scott. What about you?
I'm a big Stag fan, but I had a older bottle, and I can't remember the exact year, but I had a 15-year Pappy that I thought was just absolutely just phenomenal.
I mean, if you're gonna drink Pappy, that's the only.
It was one of the older bottles, like the green colored tint glass.
Stitzelweather green glass.
So
Everyone just got a boner.
so I
Just went from 6 to
What, like
midnight.
at Jefferson's presidential.
so like I said, I didn't know the year. It was a guy, friend of mine, cracked it open. We're sitting there, we're drinking it, and I'm like, gosh, damn, this is so good. Like, I mean, like, you just all these just things just kept popping through my mouth and hitting, and it's like the ooh, that shit be hitting different. You know what I mean? Like that's what you like. It's like, damn, it's like a TikTok video. You know what I mean? Like,
That green glass, though.
but so I mean, it was an older bottle. But it was just phenomenal. But outside of that, man, I'm a Stag guy. Like 17, 18, 19 was a little disappointing to me, just because the octane was too low.
Totally
19
agree
does-
on the 19.
2019 for Buffalo Trace does not exist.
It's like appeal to the masses.
X.
So outside of that, that's where I'm at, man. So Mr. Houchins.
So I've just been into this bourbon craze thing since May. So I've not had any chance to
Welcome to the
taste
jungle.
any
Welcome to the jungle.
William LaRue. I've not had any chance to taste any GTS. I've not had any crazy things besides King of Kentucky. But
Great
But,
pour.
you know-
Straight cock.
18 cock or 19 cock?
so 19.
So your
There you
mouth
go.
was full and good then.
Yeah. Yep. It was.
That's a thick pour.
You better. Yeah. It really is.
So-
if you're gonna-
Tasty bottle.
So what I do know is that I enjoy the high proof stuff.
Gotcha.
So 1792 full proof. is my go-to.
Bro.
Solid pour.
In terms
Bro.
of the picks, J. Alexander's has an underrated pour. I think it's like $9 a pour right now at their bar.
That'd be nice.
Is that 2 ounces?
And then that's for 2 ounces. And
It's hot.
Gasper's in Tampa also has a nice foolproof pick. So both of those are my
Those foolproofs are
awesome.
They're a great solid
Do
drink.
yourself a favor and go mosey on to the shelf over there. Grab yourself a 1792 foolproof
So
Get
the wine
Total
rack
Wine
and dive in.
the wine rack had a really good pick
with
this year.
Harvest.
Yeah.
Yeah, John
was
does a
very
good
good.
job.
Yeah, no, the wine
know,
rack,
John does a
1792.
fantastic job.
And it sold out fast. Like, I was going in there every Saturday for
Every-
a
It
while.
was limit one.
Yeah.
I mean, they did
yeah.
a great job to spread it to everybody.
every
No,
pick he has
absolutely.
sells out. Every single one.
But my daughter was taking a pottery class down the road. So, like, every day or every Saturday when we went over there for her to take her pottery class, I would walk from, like, basically where the Irish Rover was all the way down to the wine rack and back. That was kind of my loop because by the time I got back, she was about almost 3/4 of the way through her pottery class. So every week I went in, I was looking. He's like, hey, the 1792 foolproof's going to come in, and I'm like,
yeah.
great. So, the next, like, 4 weeks pass, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, it's in. Let me go get you one. And I'm like, great. So I go and grab it, and come back. And, like, as soon as I get home, I'm like, pour it out, and I'm like, oh, my God, that is so good. So
I've got about 12 picks right now from 1792 foolproof. I would say the wine rack wine rack pick is the best Louisville pick I've had of anything in the last 3 years that I've been able to get my hands on. The only one that I would say in Kentucky that I've had has beat it was the cork and bottle pick.
Did you ever get to try the Halloween
blind
barrel
one?
from Beverage Warehouse?
I did not get that one.
God, it was
I got a cork.
insanely
that
good.
the one with
We
the
did a
Forrest Gump sticker?
1792 foolproof night at Timothy's old house,
Sold
and
out though.
that stuff was excellent.
So, how many people have had a lot of old Dusties here? I mean, outside of Jay and Timmy. I mean, we know these dudes are like rolling through.
I'm not gonna say I've had a lot, but I've had
Yeah,
a decent amount.
I just picked up an epic bottle last
share.
week. Huh?
Please share. What is it?
1982 Beyond Duplication 12-year pre-CGF. Yeah, buddy.
I don't even know what that is. I'll be honest.
Speaking of
Does,
foreign
does
language.
anyone else at this table know what the fuck he's
Wild
talking
turkey.
It's Wild Turkey.
Wild turkey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
CGF,
Yeah, turkey.
cheesy gold foil.
Yeah,
Okay.
CGF.
So this is pre-CGF.
Yeah.
So it's a birth year bottle for me. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Oh, you're how old?
37.
37.
So we're gonna have to get Tim to proof me on this, but the oldest stuff that I've had is
Let him
less
check
than
it
a
out.
week ago, and that was 69 Makers
Yeah.
Liberty Bell decanter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Makers.
Hell
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say that was underwhelming, Tim.
So to me,
They were so they were non-chill filtered, so they got super cloudy,
super cloudy, sir.
which didn't make them taste bad, but it definitely made them unapproachable.
Musty.
Yeah,
so
maybe it added some more to the mustiness, but
Yeah.
I've never been a huge Makers fan, but I will say the Keg did a recent pick,
Private selection.
private selection pick. It's got the, I bought it because I was tatering out on it. To be completely honest,
I love
because
that you're being honest right now. It makes me happy.
it had a
This is a safe space.
it had a Breaking
Bobby.
Bad logo on it.
Oh,
you
the
know?
Makers
Yeah,
pick?
Yeah, the Makers
Yeah,
pick.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Nice.
That was from the keg, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So I went in and I bought it, and then I was like, man, this is actually it's a tasty bottle. I mean,
Is it worth the price tag?
it reminded me of OWA.
Yeah. The Makers private
So-
selections they're a little pricey, yes, but they're fantastic for the price. They're very overlooked, and I don't know why.
I mean, $79, you'll pay $80 for an OWA if it's the right thing, right?
Foolproof. Yeah.
It's because they're on the shelf.
Right.
Right.
I thought the 10th anniversary Westport one that they did
Yeah.
private select, I thought that one was really good. That was the first time I had a Makers that I was like, hey,
The most recent
Really
Pearl
good.
release, they had a new Maker's barrel. It's probably the best one I've had.
Right.
Yeah. They're I mean, it's a weeded bourbon barrel, usually barrel proof,
Yeah.
and it's $80. We pay. There's people out there paying 300 plus for Weller Full Proof, and it's the same proof.
Right.
Usually Maker's a little bit higher or lower. It depends on what
Sure.
of course, single barrel, but They're
Fun
they're
fact.
every bit as good. They are.
Fun fact: Makers is actually not single barrel.
True.
It's private. I just learned this like a month ago, and I was like,
True.
"What?"
Yeah.
So it's vatted. It's vatted barrel strength. It's just in a giant vat. And it gets
Sure.
put into a barrel, and you add your staves.
True. I didn't think about that.
I'll be dang.
So do they like age the staves you pick?
Yeah.
Spank my ass and call me Charlie. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Neither did I. When I found out, it was like, so somebody ordered a private pick, and it was sitting on it there. And let me get this right. Here we go. Okay. So somebody ordered a private pick at Westport. I was counting the bottles and doing the math, and I was like, how the hell do they have over 200 bottles
Right.
for a barrel pick? And they're like, oh, because it's vatted. Okay. So they fill a barrel, a 53-gallon barrel, all the way to the top, and then they put their staves in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be dang.
That's why they're able to yield such high
Yeah.
bottle
That's
numbers.
why there's so many on the shelf.
Right.
Also why there's so many on the shelf.
Crazy. All right.
Wow.
Here's my next fun question.
Let's go.
What's the stupidest thing you've done while being drunk?
Oh man, I pissed off my
Is that this
my
year?
soon-to-be wife, and then I didn't get 2 OWAs at Liquor Barn because of it. I only got 1.
Huh.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, what did you
So
do
what did
to
you
piss
do?
her off, though?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. Come on now.
Hey, listen.
You stepped up to answer first. You
That's-
gotta-
yeah. I mean, you put your mouth on the mic, brother. You got to tell the story.
I don't. To be completely honest,
I don't
know,
remember.
man. I was so drunk. I probably called her some really bad names, and she probably should have hit me and didn't. She just
She
didn't.
should have beat me.
She should have beat me again, but she let me sleep, and it was good. It was good, but I woke up, I was like, God damn, I gotta go stand in line at Liquor Barn.
And I only got 1 OWA.
goddamn one store. I had to buy me an extra one at $110. Know what I'm saying? I ended up buying goddamn 4 of them extras. That's a good pick.
Done beat me with a rubber hose.
So Chase was so drunk he didn't remember exactly what he
Well,
did.
I just
Boring.
there's names and boring. Yeah, fair enough, man. I don't hit her.
Next guy. Next guy.
We're diving deep.
Whoa.
The whoa really just
Scott,
literally
I can't top that.
distortion just went straight out the window.
Damn.
On that one. Damn.
Sorry, listeners. We apologize.
Dark there. Don't
Wow.
do that.
We do not condone.
I don't hit
Chase's
the.
behavior.
Yes, we
No.
definitely do not condone
Hard
anything
no.
like that. So,
Hard
For that
no.
reason, I'm out.
And for that, I'm out.
Mr. Riley, or you want to go? You want to wait?
I'm sorry.
I got a great
know that I
story.
should-
I got a great story.
All right, Tim-
I'm just gonna
Tim-
wait.
Tim-
I'm gonna wait because I want to
Tim-
hear one more, and then I'll tell mine.
All right, Greg,
Oh man.
and you can go with this year if you really have that many bad
I'm gonna
stories.
go slightly farther back.
February.
The most recent bad one.
1979.
The most recent bad one I had was Indianapolis pool tournament this year. I get the bright idea after I go out in teams that we're gonna go hang out, drink a few drinks, and then go back to a buddy of mine's room, and we crack open a bottle of George T. Stagg and get into that pretty good, and have a mini tournament maybe about midnight or so. And I figure okay, so my teammate is gonna have his sticks there. I'll just play with his stuff and show up and stagger
sticks,
around the
huh?
table and
Play
play
with
with
junk?
play with my buddy's sticks. Innuendo. But actually played better than him, and he was more sober, and banked an 8 ball for a game, but
Oh man,
definitely did not win the match. But yeah, I was having that thought process that I was pretty intoxicated for that pool match.
so,
But you won.
No, we did not.
No, he said he did not.
No, did not. No,
Shit, I'm bad listening.
I did for a game, but
Yeah,
you got to win
especially-
more than one
yeah,
game.
Especially
Yeah.
5 or 3.
Yeah, it depends on the skill level.
Okay, I
So
gotcha.
yeah,
gotcha.
did not play garbage. Did not play great.
All right, Tim, you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. First of all, to paint this picture, I despise fast food. And there is occasions where I'm like, fuck, I just need some fast food. And if anyone sees me eating fast food, I'm extremely embarrassed because I hate it. But when I get real toasted, I like to eat fast food. And my fast food of choice is Burger King.
Hey,
Dirty.
Charles.
It does it for me.
Goodness.
It does it for me. It does it for me.
He has it his
Oh,
way.
the horses.
So I was at a bottle share that was at a hotel that's here locally. If
The Ramada.
that was it was one of those.
The Ramadison.
Sure, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to this story. I Ubered there and I Ubered home. But Uber has this
Good
great.
boy.
This has this great feature where you can add a stop.
Yes.
So I added a stop to Burger King, and I was stoked. I was like, man, drunk, hung out. Now I'm gonna get some Burger King. So my driver takes me to Burger King. They're closed, completely closed. He goes, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "Man, just take me home." My driver goes, "Nah, fuck that." Oh my God, what? So he takes me to White Castle. First of all, I'm from the West Coast. I've never been to White Castle at all.
He has now.
I did not know what I was getting myself into.
WC Lounge.
Steamed onion.
Yeah, I did not. I was
Poor
like,
toilet.
it's like, okay, man, I guess we'll go to White Castle. So, pull into White Castle. He goes, "What do you want?" I guess just a cheeseburger. He goes,
Get here.
"Nah, fuck that." Okay. He goes, "You're getting a case."
A crave case.
And I was like,
Damn.
I don't know what the
40
fuck.
burgers.
I don't know what
If
the.
you've never had that, that's
I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay.
damn son.
So pull up to the window, I pay, and here comes a briefcase of fucking burgers through the window of the drive-thru into the car, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I get home, and I think, you know what would be great with these burgers? If I watched Harold and Kumar. So I flip open the Crave case. I get probably 3 burgers in, and I pass out.
Yeah.
With the Crave case open on my lap. 2 or 3 hours later, I hear my wife waking up with my son. I pick up the box and bolt to the kitchen going, fuck, 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 because nobody can know that I ate fast food. And that's where the Crave case sat in the fridge until it was time to throw it away.
I mean, she didn't smell it. I mean, that's a pretty pungent
Yeah.
smell.
I guess.
Damn.
I'm not a White Castle.
Did you at least get a big red?
Bro, I don't even drink pop, so no. No.
What is a pop?
Pop.
Listen, man, he's not from the Midwest.
Pap.
I don't drink. We don't drink the pop.
soda.
I'm not from here, so then that's my.
from here.
That's not from. Not
All right,
from
next
here.
time you get drunk and go to White Castle, make sure you get a big red.
Can I park the car in Harvey Yard?
She's got the smart park.
Smart.
Go park the car. So that's my drunk story with White Castle.
Be clear that you ate 3 White Castles. That's the equivalent of like 1/4 of a Whopper. So you're okay.
So to be fair, I just
be
wanted.
fair.
I just wanted a Burger King cheeseburger. That's all I wanted. Double cheeseburger. That's why.
They make them, but they're just still small.
Yeah, whatever. That's all I wanted.
So a white
cheese bacon.
So a White Castle
just think it's
cheeseburger
funny.
is very tasty.
I just think
I
it's
just
funny
wish
that
we
my.
had Whataburger.
Driver was
In-N-Out.
hooking you up.
I wish we had In-N-Out. You guys, you don't even know.
In-N-Out.
You don't even know. You don't even know.
In and out.
We need to find this Uber driver.
We do.
In-N-Out's like the
If you're out
H&M
there,
burger.
Mr. Uber driver, if you're out there,
They make
you're listening
sneakies.
to the smooth sounds. Yo, come find me, bro. 'Cause
Timothy J. VanRipper.
you were by far the best Uber driver I ever had.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Fucked my life up, but
Pop in.
you're a great Uber driver.
At least you didn't
Hey,
wake up.
loser, we're going to White Castle.
At least you didn't wake up throwing up White Castle, because that would be awful.
You know, it's funny. I was scrolling through my Amazon Prime videos and I saw Harold and Kumar go to White Castle again, and I was like, terrible choices, terrible choices.
You know,
watch Guantanamo Bay the next day.
You know where he was. The
Wait,
day
what?
of that?
The sequel, man.
There's another one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Terrible.
Son of a bitch.
Dude in there?
So does that mean I have to
shit,
get
there is.
arrested and go watch it?
probably.
They show it.
Okay, moving forward. Somebody else tell a story.
Ryan.
So
Ryan.
this one time at band camp,
Wow. Wait, Chase probably doesn't get that one either.
He hasn't even seen his own reference.
Oh,
I saw it on YouTube, guys.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
You guys are really bad at social media, but like, have you ever seen?
All right, we're bullying. We're bullying.
Sorry.
I mean,
I think the
only
He's
crying
got
a
a
little.
feelings journal if it gets too bad.
That's right. You got that little baby journal over there. For a little baby.
And you can't read it, Jay. Fuck you, Jay. I
think I know what it says.
That's chapter 1.
These are my feelings.
Chapter
That's
1.
not the first time I've heard that. It's all good.
Chapter 1. Fuck you, Jay.
Oddly enough, that was the epilogue as well.
Sorry,
As long as
man.
I'm in there.
Sorry,
Was the
man.
epilogue wrote by 5 other people? Because
Totally reminded me of the chef. I was
My
waiting
short
for you to
story.
see if you could find your way
all
to
right,
the
so
clitoris.
you guys are
hold
stealing
on.
Ryan's time. Okay,
Everyone, shh. Sorry,
So
Ryan. Apologies.
Honestly, I can't come up with a good story to compete with White Castle. But probably the funniest bourbon experience I've had was the Elmer T. Lee release at Party Mart. It happened to coincide
Is this the
with
100 year?
No.
Okay.
So this was
So just
back
Shelfer-
in
just
May,
Shelfer.
June. And it coincided with the peach sale at the parking lot.
The peach
lady. And so,
Yo, bourbon has nothing on the peach lady.
no.
It's the Mackinaws.
You think people camp out for bourbon? Yo, people camp out for peaches.
Yeah.
We got nothing on the
So
peaches.
we were
You guys
probably
just fucked this whole story.
12, 15 people deep at Party Mart, and there start just piling up, and it's raining, and so there are women in cars parked out there filling the parking lot up, and I swear we saw almost 7 accidents happen in the parking lot, and none of them were bourbon related. They were all for peaches, and these women kept coming up to us. What are you guys lined up for? Bourbon release? Why would you line up for bourbon? I said, why would you line up for peaches? And they walked to the other side of the parking lot, just shaking their head and almost getting hit by another lady pulling into the parking lot. So I was that guy that weekend.
Why would you line up for peaches?
so funny piggyback to Ryan's story here. We're at the Weller Foolproof release, and these 4 people roll up in like a old Ford Ranger pickup truck, you know. Like, one of them sitting in the back, 3 of them are in the cab.
Yes, if they were riding in the back.
One in the back, 3 in the
Just their
cab.
girlfriend.
And the one kid,
Dog.
the kid in the back's just kind of sitting there minding his own business, and the 3 girls pull up on us, and they roll up. They go like, "What are y'all waiting in line for?" And I was like, "Taylor Swift released a new wine. She's in here signing it." I'm like, "Well, holy shit!" So they go and get out of their truck, get in the back of the line, and then like after like 40 minutes of them sitting there, people are like talking about the bourbon and stuff. She go, "Well, why do y'all keep talking about the bourbon? I thought Taylor Swift was signing one." He goes, "Who the fuck told you that?"
Who the fuck is Taylor Swift?
Did you hide after
No,
that?
I did not
Oh,
hide
man.
at all. But like I was like, how would you even possibly believe that Taylor Swift came out with wine, and then why on freaking earth would she be at the liquor barn on
my
Outer
God.
Loop
Don't mess
signing?
with those T-Swizzle fans. Those T-Swizzle fans are crazy.
Oh my God! But
Lucky you didn't get beat half to death with high heel.
they
Until
probably.
Kanye comes for you.
But it was just so horrible.
You know
I was
what's
like,
funny
wow.
Yeah, you and your Yeezys.
Is every
Yeah.
bourbon
You shoe tater.
every bourbon camp
Shoes and
out that
bourbons.
I've gone to, there's always some rando that goes, "Are you guys waiting for Pappy?"
8 years ago.
Every time. Every time.
Yep.
There's always one dude. "Hey, what you guys in line for? Pappy Van Winkle?"
Yep,
Yeah, buddy.
absolutely. All right,
You got any
My
more
turn.
questions there, Scott?
Jay.
All right.
What'd you do wrong, Jay?
Oh man, lots of things.
Jay's got
lots of
Jay's got a
things.
really good one.
Well, I mean, I got a lot, but
got a-
I'll go to last year.
Let's do it. Lay it
Me
down.
and some other taterific people decided to camp out at Total Wine like 4 weekends in a row because they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna release everything." Anyway, so and I have video evidence of this, so y'all can see it here in a little bit. But we just got. I mean, we were all hyped. We were all ready. It was one of the first campouts of the season. You know, late summer, early fall. And we just started drinking. I'm like, man, I'm going to get fucked up tonight. And boy, did I.
Mission.
So, yeah, I mean, we started by chugging White Claws and
Oh, this is mango?
Mangos. And
Yes.
I forget the other one.
Don't even say black cherry, dude.
Nope.
Shit.
Shout out to
Somebody
the
did.
Louisville Claw Club.
No, Ruby Grapefruit?
Raspberry?
Raspberry? I don't fuck.
Raspberry.
Whatever.
Doesn't
One of those
matter.
girly drinks. Anyway.
Irrelevant.
Mango, get
so
out.
then my buddy Scott starts bringing out the high proof shit, and he brings up the Hazmat Stag, 2016, 144.1.
That's the one.
And we just started taking pulls off of it. And for some reason, I don't remember this, but for some reason, I'm already drunk.
The reason you don't remember that is the hazmat.
No, I haven't had it yet. And I was like, okay, I'm going to drink this. I'm going to chug this, but I have to sit Indian style. I don't know why, but I insisted on sitting Indian style.
That's cultural
your inner
appropriation.
child.
We don't
So-
approve of that either.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, crisscross applesauce going down the hatch. So I turned this some bitch up, and yeah, that's the last faintly thing I remember. And then proceeded to
A little blacked out.
Turned up and tuned down.
fall down in my buddy's chair and break it. And somehow I got in my car to sleep with my keys, my wallet, all of my bourbon, and my chair. And still woke up drunk. I mean, I woke up drunk, and I'm like, hey, what happened? And my buddy Tom's like, don't say anything to anyone. I'm like, why? Why? What's going on? It was just a shit show. It really was.
Oh, dude.
But
So did you get any bottles?
I think I left with a Rock Hill.
There you go.
Camped out all night for a Rock Hill party.
Tater Nation.
You got something.
He was so drunk that he
Well, I
missed
missed
his
the
name
HT
being
barrel
called
proof
for
by
Pappy.
one, so I was like, hey, I'll just take this because I was still drunk. But my buddy's like, don't say anything to the employees because they might not sell it to you.
What about the camp out where Greg Franklin was on a blow up mattress? Do you remember that one?
Wait, which one was that?
It was. I don't remember what it was. I just remember Greg Franklin was all cozy on a.
Air
Was that
On an
that
air
was
mattress.
the last reserve, wasn't it? Final reserve.
Sure. No. This was at Liquor World.
Was that one of the Pappy
This is
ones?
one of Bill's. This is one of Bill's stores.
It had to have been the Pappy release. Then.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But Greg Franklin was on a blow up mattress.
That's crazy.
I want to bring those times back, Greg.
Yeah.
Greg, if you're
Yeah, no.
listening, warm up that mattress, bro.
More about that mattress and bring that
So-
glorious beard.
I feel like you're talking about me and I'm right here.
So for my buddy Dave's bachelor party, we go out, and I'm the grandpa of the group always, other than my buddy Toby. And Toby's on the podcast regularly, and we talk and hang out. So we go into Bar Louisville. And like literally, we got a limo for the night. We went into Bar Louisville, and Toby and I had already drank.
That's where your
Side
craft
note.
spirits place is.
I don't know if it still exists or
shit.
not.
I think
I
it
just
does.
I just remember like it was yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
Baxter is now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Baxter.
okay.
Yeah.
It does not.
Thunderdome
All right.
and all
Yeah.
that.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Just
So
curious.
right across the street from wherever you play volleyball.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Distillery's there now.
Yeah, I know.
so we literally.
That floor is nasty.
Oh, we cleaned the fuck out of that floor.
So at this point, everybody's poor, everybody's college students or whatever, except for me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I'm riding. I got you guys. So like, there's nothing but Southern Comfort and Crown Royal.
White
Isn't
or
that
black
bourbon?
label.
No, there was no bourbon in the
important.
car. Like literally, like no bourbon. It was all Canadian whiskey. There was one bottle of shit wine. I don't remember what it was. But so
The Taylor Swift variety.
Bottle box?
I don't even remember, dude. Like it was just some shitty bottle of wine. So, long story short, Toby's like so fucking antisocial at this point. He stays in the limousine while we go into Bar Louisville.
Oh, he missed a lot.
So I'm in Bar Louisville like literally 8 minutes, and my buddy Mike Bergen's behind me, and he's smacking this girl's ass as hard as he can. She's up there dancing. She's dancing on the bar. So the next thing you know, like 3 bartenders or bouncers are grabbing me by my shirt, like throwing me out of here. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. And I didn't want to push my buddy under the bus because he's my buddy, right? So I'm like, all right, just leave me alone. I'm going to go out here. So I get out to the car, and Toby's already like basically passed out drunk. And we're like, the guy's like, well, what do y'all want to do? And I'm like, well, I have no idea how I'm going to be there. Let's just drive up and down Bardstown Road until they say they're ready to go. So we get to about Bashford Manor Mall before we turn back. And I look down, and like literally like the entire bottle of Crown is gone. From the time we get from Bar Louisville to Bardstown Road where Bashford Manor was, just completely gone. So we get back, we pick them up, we ride around, drink the rest of the night, and I get home, and Toby's like, I don't think I can drive home. I'm like, well, no fucking shit, you can't drive home because I'm smashed and you're way worse than I am. So I get Toby all lined out into the recliner and, cover him up because, I'm a good friend and shit. I get back into the bedroom, and my wife's like, "Holy shit! Please don't get in bed. You smell like reek of alcohol." And I'm like, "But I'm such a good friend. I got Toby's keys on my belly, so he can't leave." So I would literally wake up the next morning, and his keys are like literally imprinted in my side because I literally did take them to bed with me because I guess I thought he was going to drive home. I was that smashed that I had no idea that I woke up with keys in the side of my stomach.
Bar Louisville, what a place.
So
What a time to be alive.
the fish bowls, man. Remember the fish bowls?
I remember a lot of things. Have a Nice Day was in the front and Bar Louisville was in the
Yep,
back.
absolutely.
Have a nice
The Bullfrog Garden was another bad place, man. Trivia night at the Bullfrog Garden. Yes.
Yeah.
All the way out in Fern Creek.
In
That
Fern
I had some rough ass
Fern
nights
Gully.
there.
And then, what was the
Hashtag.
Wet Willie's, which
Oh.
is now Baxter's.
What?
Yeah.
Willie.
They had that stupid ordinance on Baxter where they had to make the front door the back door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or they couldn't be open. Oh,
Right.
yeah, that was
It
wild.
was the 750 feet rule or whatever it was.
some
Yeah.
Stupid shit. Yeah.
So
Hashtag bring hockey back to Louisville.
Oh,
River
dude,
Frogs?
the River Frogs
Or Ice
or the
Hawks?
Ice Hawks.
let me go ahead and
River Frogs. Just bring hockey back to Louisville, please. Thank you.
let's go ahead and segue into a different drunk story. So, going to a buddy of mine's bachelor party because you were prompting me with that plus the Wet Willie story. All right.
Wet Willie.
Yeah, this has been about 12 years ago.
Pre-mixed Jaeger bombs.
So we show up at my buddy's buddy's parents' house, and we're pre-gaming there. A friend of mine who is now a Louisville Metro officer. I will leave his name out because, of reasons.
Information to
Yeah,
incriminate him.
Jerry. But
Sounds like a Chet to me.
yeah, it's Chet. So he brings a bottle of 10-year-old Rip.
Oh.
You know, that's back in the day when it's still $40 and on the shelf. And, you know, I love the dude more than anything, but he's the cheapest dude that ever existed. So you know that he didn't work too hard for that. We drink that before we leave out. We end up at, like, I don't even know how many different bars. End up at Wet Willie's, meet up with a bachelorette party, get drunk with the bachelorettes. All the rest of us decide we are so completely drunk that we leave, including the bachelor. We leave the police officer at Wet Willie's, the future police officer. He's not even a cop yet. He rides home in the limo by himself. At this point, we're all back at my buddy's parents' house, passed out in various different places. My buddy in the limo gets back there, and when he pulls up to the house, the limo driver is like, "So you owe me like $300 for the night or whatever." And he's like, "I ain't got that on me." He's like, "Well, you're not going anywhere then." And he's sitting outside and like, "I don't know how I'm getting all this money together." And all these dudes are inside and passed out. And I don't even know what happened with that and how he managed to weasel out of that deal, which...
He got some Venmo.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't have Venmo back
didn't
then, man.
exist back then. You millennial.
There it is again.
But he manages to weasel out of that, which, on a side note, the limo driver happened to be the... Oh, my goodness. What was the relationship there? It was the brother's future wife's...
Was it Kevin Bacon?
Twice
Was it-
removed.
Yeah.
We're going down the
13
line.
6
times
degrees of
removed. So
separation.
we've got somebody basically in the family that's extorting the future cop for money before he can finally get out of this limo, go inside and pass out like all the rest of us since we abandoned him. But Wet Willie's contributed to all of that nonsense with
Wow.
all their
Baxter
frozen
brings-
drinks
Baxter brings out
shenanigans.
the best in you.
Baxter brings out the worst in everyone.
Yeah,
Oh
my buddies
God.
used to get pissed at me every weekend because they're like, "Oh, let's play the game. Let's find Jay." 'Cause I just wander up and down Baxter.
Jay disappeared, missing somewhere
Oh
on Baxter.
gosh!
Possibly in a
What
limo,
was the
knowing
pull
we do
hall?
$300.
What was the pull hall there on Baxter, right around the corner from all that stuff? Diamonds or no? It wasn't diamonds. What was it?
Are you thinking
Jillian's?
Diamond Station?
Jillian's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now it's Diamond.
Jillian's.
It's called
Yeah,
Jill- it used to be called
Jillian's.
Jillian's.
No,
Jillian's
yeah,
back
no,
in the
it's
day.
Diamond on Barrett.
Yeah, it used to
Yeah,
be
Diamonds on
Jillian's.
Barrett,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great concert.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, great
Yeah,
concert.
nice.
Yeah.
Club Atlas.
All right, all right,
I
David.
saw Sum 41 there.
Yeah,
I saw Saliva, Evanescence, Green Day.
So I got to go way back for mine because you know, These days, I try and keep it
Back in
pretty
my
on the up and
day.
up,
The
but
Wayback Machine.
Way back in 19.
was at a party at my best friend's house, and I'd already gotten pretty shit-faced because, back in that day, I brought a little bit of everything because usually the females there, you were pretty popular if you brought some
You brought the
Boone's,
hooch.
some Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill, and
Mad
some
Dog
Purple
2020.
Passion back in that day. So, anyway, I was already pretty sloshed, and for some reason I poured myself a glass of vodka straight, and this is why I don't drink vodka to this day. So I killed that,
Hashtag vodka sucks.
and yeah, that was bad, but
Hashtag I'm
Quintuple
sad.
distilled.
for whatever reason I picked up what was left of a half gallon of Heaven Hill vodka, which was probably nearly a quarter. And I acted like I was going to drink it, but I still wasn't at that point yet. It just so happened to be that a guy that I really didn't like was there, and he said, "You pussy, you won't drink that." So, of course, that's all it took. And down the hatch it went, so I made
Into
it
the
about
laneway.
3 steps in the living room before I fell on my face. I just remember people turned me over, stuck an ashtray on my chest, and I was pretty much the centerpiece for the next couple of hours. And then when my buddy got ready to leave, he drugged me into his bedroom, threw me on his bed, and was like, "You guys just leave him alone because he's really fucked
Your buddy
up."
threw you
This
on his
took a
bed.
No, we're not taking that turn. But anyway, some smart ass decided to put some shaving cream on my face, and once I got a little bit of that in my mouth, it was, praying to the porcelain god from that point. So then I end up
Thank you, American Standard.
naked in the bathtub, and some girl that I didn't even know there was trying to
He
take
meant to
care
say
of me.
naked and afraid.
So
Take care of
all
you
I
in what
remember
way?
about that
Exactly.
night is I would come in and out of consciousness, and usually there'd be somebody in there using the bathroom, and we'd have some sort of a conversation. I'm not sure I could say anything coherent, but I can remember a girl that I liked at that point
You were sweet on.
was in there taking a piss, and I just sort of woke up, and she was like, "Hey, are you gonna live?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not real fucking sure, but it's fun." Are you gonna live? Yeah, that was like my first ever "I'm never drinking again" night.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah.
So Jay Tenner just pulled from a satchel and a leather.
His own
Satchel.
satchel.
Hold on.
A leather
It's a leather.
cache.
It's a leather satchel. It's very fucking manly.
It's a carry-all.
3 bottles of Willet.
Immerse, if you will.
A 5. No, it's
Big
way too
bottle.
freaking manly to be immersed. It is a leather fucking satchel. We're talking Indiana Jones level. Okay?
Absolutely, yes.
5, 6, and 7 year single barrel picks of Willet.
Pulled the full
I'm
crystal
not
skull out.
I'm not in this Willet game anymore, so I don't know what we're drinking. But hell,
I brought one of my favorites, Big Papa.
Okay.
Which was from one of the Derby events they did a few years ago.
I love it when you pour me Big Papa.
You know who got me that bottle?
who?
Maggie Kimbarrell.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless her fucking
See,
heart.
I
love
her
her.
for years. I went to
Man,
high school.
I'm about the Maggie life.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's one of my favorites. And then I brought the 2019 Lion's Share 7-year barrel 629, and then the Lion's Share from I think 2 or 3 years ago.
Cool. Cool.
Probably 2 and
The
5.
Lion's Share 237 is really good, but I greatly prefer the 235. I don't know about you guys.
Anybody else?
Totally full of shit
Oh, yeah.
at the moment.
Absolutely.
So, Scott, do you have any more questions?
I really don't.
Okay.
We're terrorizing into in the territory of my first Joe Rogan podcast here.
You guys want to smoke some weed?
Hey, it's crazy, but have you
I'm
ever
d-
done
yeah.
DMT?
I'm
speaking of
I'm
Joe
so down. I am
we're Kentucky,
so
we're in the
down
Stone
to
Age, you have
get.
to
I'm
eat it.
so down to get weird. Let's go. Let's go.
No,
and
I,
get-
literally no.
You guys want to smoke a pound of hemp?
Let's make some rope.
Let's get
out
some
here.
Let's get some CBD oil.
Here we go.
Put it
Here-
under our tongue.
Here's a trivia question.
tripping
I'll
over
throw a trivia question in the batch.
Indeed.
Holy shit! I bet a big pour.
So when
Papa.
did bourbon? What year did bourbon officially become
Bourbon.
American, where it could only be distilled in the U.S. of A? There is bourbons that aren't made in America. So what year did bourbon officially become an American spirit?
1972.
1792.
Let's go right here. Let's go around the table. Let's go around the table. Let's for reals.
I'm guessing 1972 because who knows when they actually it was sometime during the old Forster age, so it's probably like what 1902.
Oh, okay.
You went from 72 to 02?
Yeah,
Are we 02 or 72?
I'm 02.
Okay.
That's a
So
slight range
Scott's
there,
so,
Scott.
so Scott is 1902.
All right, Jay.
1948. I'm just throwing
Okay.
out a number.
Okay.
Right after World War
Right.
II. Good time.
I had said 1947 under my breath.
Okay. 47. Greg.
We're going to go with 1946.
Okay.
Oh, we're just splitting hairs now.
Yeah.
The price is right.
1792.
What was that?
1792.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
Wait. And David.
Is that foolproof or single barrel 1792?
Small
it's actually
batch.
Sweet wheat.
I'm just gonna take a stupid wild guess and say 51.
I like
So-
it.
1751.
No, he's only saying
exact.
51. He
In
gets all of it.
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
So
That's
David
true. That's a
David
good
would be
point.
closest. It was 1964.
So 72 wasn't horribly bad.
You went over.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
Wait, is this Price
I
is
said
Right rules? If you
1902,
go over,
but
you're
yeah, I
out?
mean,
You're over. You're out.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
so
Yeah.
so that's when they like legally.
That's
said,
when it legally became.
Gotcha.
It has to be made in America to be a bourbon. So there is bourbons out there that are from Mexico, that are all the classifications of what bourbon is.
Try that, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Mexican bourbon.
that's
Well,
that's
not-
my next hunt for what I want.
Safe way to drink
I
the
want
water.
a bourbon.
That's the only way they could get something safe to drink in
bourbons-
Mexico.
Did they come over or under the
Still
wall?
it, you know?
I can't
know
believe-
your, I know your bourbon barrel talk, but if you ever want to do a non-bourbon show,
Yeah.
man, we should get into some crazy mezcal, dude. That's some good.
So
We have.
we were
you
experienced a
ever
French
done
lick.
DMT
He
though?
has an amazing barrel of absinthe there,
Yeah.
and when we go, I'm gonna see if I can't get
All right.
Alan to crack that shit open.
Simple.
Oh my god, that absinthe is amazing. Like
I
it's.
tried
oh.
this mezcal. I can't remember what region it was from, but it literally said on the back, it's all handwritten, it's all handcrafted, but the agave plant was literally smoked in a smoker with a deer.
Oh, man.
So it said deer on the label.
That's
And when I
amazing.
tasted it, I was like, yeah, it tastes like smoked meat. Like, it really does.
That's
And it was
crazy.
phenomenal. So,
I feel like
we can get
mezcal
weird sometime.
is a
Sounds
great
like some backroom shit.
segue
Yeah,
from
Yeah.
if you're gonna get
Yeah.
into another spirit. I feel like mezcal is a good
Yeah.
segue. I'm not a fan because just too much smoke for me.
It's definitely weird. It's an acquired
It's
taste.
for sure, and maybe I could revisit it, but for right now, it's just not. It's not for me,
I want to do a mixed drink podcast soon,
bro.
man.
Sign me up.
Like
I
you
am
know,
about that.
so.
Maple bacon. Old
About that
fashioned.
life. Would you like some Lion Sheraton?
Oh, here it is.
That's what I do, Big Papa.
It's down there.
It's called Mezonte.
I was really extremely impressed with.
Michoacan is what it's called.
Michoacan.
Mezonte Michoacan.
I thought it was Mexican, not Chinese.
Right, that sounded drastically Asian.
Wow.
Man, now we're just heading down a
Stem,
rabbit
son?
hole. No pun intended.
Oh shit!
Feeling bad.
Can we
Bad.
talk about that bowl cut that Jay just showed us? That was awesome.
So hey, we're gonna finish cracking open these Willet bottles, but in the meantime, we're gonna be signing off here soon. Tim, thanks for your hospitality. Everybody,
Tim.
thanks for bringing something in.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, everybody. It was great.
If you want to reach Bourbon Barrel Talk, you can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we now have a website, www.bourbonbarreltalk.com.
Nice.
Or you can email any questions, comments, or concerns to bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com. This is Scott Minton signing off at Timothy VanRipper's house. See you later. Respect the grain.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.